Good evening, everybody. Thank you to join in with my co-host here, James Dockery, and our guest tonight of John Patrick, the third best. I see already seen John Patrick Jr. in here. Real fishing, LG bass, great outdoors exploring, Catfish Weekly, avid fisherman. Who else we got in here? I've seen Betty Jean and Brandon. Thank you guys for joining. Michael Murillo. Am I missing anybody? Catfishing Crappie, Ace Catfishing, Stan the Man Smith. I think that is all, unless I click out and come back in. Stephen Corley. My daughter is literally in the house.
I was just about to say, I was like, listen, if you don't say your daughter's name on here, she's going to come out there and thump you.
She might. Or she might get grounded. No.
I'm surprised JP Jr.'s watching, because usually this is past his bedtime.
Who?
JP Jr.
JP Jr. Past his bedtime? What do you mean?
Or as I call him, Dad. I'm surprised, because he's usually in bed by now. Of course, I can't pick on him too much. He isn't here to defend himself, and I can't see chat to see what he's saying to me.
Well, I'm sure he could get my number after you make fun of him on TV and YouTube, and he takes a switch to your hind end. Let's see. We got Joe Buck. I seen Fishing with Papaw Ed. Glenn's Catfishing Adventures. Mr. Maurice Kaysen is in the house. Welcome, sir. Stephen Corley. Brittany Hawkins, who has been talking behind the scenes to my buddy here, James Dockery, as well. Guys, really, thank you guys for joining us.
Now, Brittany,
really do what?
That's the one Brittany. That's the one that kisses up so much that, like I told Betty the other night, the way she was doing, her lips are turning into cheeks now because she kisses so much hind end.
Yes, she does.
All right, both of you right now, lay off of her. All right, she's a sweet girl. You guys are just mad because she's been trash talking you guys and not me.
It's getting deep.
All right, guys, can we start this off the right way? And
yes, sir.
A moment of silence for Maurice Kaysen and Anthony Kaysen and the family.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. Maurice, if you need anything at all, bud, you get a hold of anybody. And I mean anybody in this chat, on this show, anybody that you see in these chats, even if it's just to talk, bud, you let us know. We're here for you.
Absolutely.
Now, Maurice, this should make you feel better. Chad, I said I had a surprise for you tonight. I know me and James always have a full head of hair, and we don't want you to feel left out, okay?
Oh, yeah?
I cut my hair so you wouldn't feel left out.
Oh, man, if you was to bend that head straight over, I'd just look like a butt cheek.
I just didn't want you to feel left out tonight, all right?
I absolutely love it, man. Oh.
You're way more committed than I am, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Ooh. James says that, but his hat is really just one of them hats with a wig underneath it. So, oh Lordy!
I mean, I just didn't want you to feel left out. So now there's two bald guys on the show.
Hey, bald looks good on me. I don't care what you all say. Then again, I wouldn't know what I look like with hair other than that picture that Norm, when we had Norm on, and he found a picture of me in an old Halloween costume when I dressed up as Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Hey, whatever it takes, I do that kind of stuff for my employees. I dress up whatever. I dressed up as Colonel Sanders last year.
When I come home today and I told the wife what I was doing, I have to admit, she was less than impressed. So I told her,
I'd love to know what she really thinks about that. Does she have the clippers ready for the finish whenever you're done?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm dropping my phone.
Actually, you know what she probably does? She's probably went and hid those clippers where he can't finish it. He's going to have to walk around like that for, a month or so until it starts to grow back out.
Oh, I would pay her $1 for her to hide every clipper, anything that was sharp, so he could not do that.
I'll tell you what, you actually probably put her on a nice catfish and she'd probably hide them for you.
Hey, she can go fishing with us. Let's go. We've been talking about trying to get together for a while now.
Yeah.
You're almost as elusive as Norman is to get a hold of and get fishing, trying to line up schedules and stuff. So,
well, like I said, that I'm on that weird work schedule, and it is tough getting out. And I don't get to fish as much as I'd like to, but I still get out every chance I can.
It sounds like it. You saying you're off like Wednesdays and every other Tuesday, and so you never get any like weekends off to go fishing? And because I know you like to go down to the river down there and camp and river fish and take your quads and stuff out.
It's rare. Usually a holiday weekend, because especially if a holiday's on a Monday, makes my Saturday optional. So then I'll burn a day for a Sunday and I'm going.
Nice. So, a lot of you were making fun of us earlier too. That we all have these women that we take fishing that they always outfish us, right? So you got one of them, but you also have two little ones that do the same thing, do you not?
Yeah, they do. I can't deny it.
Yeah.
I cannot deny it.
Yeah, I love those pictures you sent me, man. There's nothing better than seeing a smile on them little kids' face when they're catching them, 5-10 pound channel cats, and just even when they're just catching bluegill. Love it.
Oh, our littlest one. Oh my. And of course, now my dad has a pond. Nobody fishes. He will not let anybody fish. First thing our 3-year-old says, I'm going down there and I'm fishing in Pappy's pond. Now, if he don't know, I guess it wouldn't hurt him, right?
Uh-huh. You mean he don't have Papa wrapped around that little finger yet?
There's a difference between you asking to go fish in that pond and her asking to go fishing in Papa's pond, because, that's you say okay. You jump right up, you grab your stuff, and you take the little girl and go. So,
oh yeah,
you can leave Dad's in their house.
Oh, I'm sure he has a comment about that one.
All I see the comment is okay. Yeah. I don't know if he's referring to her or somebody else in chat.
No,
JP, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? I know you said like West Virginia. Whereabouts and stuff?
I'm down below Morgantown, and we're in between Fairmont and Morgantown. And now me and the wife usually fish. It's the Monongahela River. We do as much catfishing as we can down there. Probably at least 3 times a month we'll go fishing because of my work schedule.
Yep.
And sometimes more. We do okay, but it's always hard because it's like when the fish takes it down, it's hard to get a good video all the time. If I could get, I don't have the setups to take a video, so it's always handing her my phone, or I'm trying to grab my phone, and that's why I don't have as many videos as I would like.
Yeah, videoing's not always too easy, man. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out myself from the boat and all that kind of stuff. Half the time I'm thinking I'm recording and never really hit the button, or I took a picture of the floor or something like that, and I get done reeling it in, and I'm like, oh well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is,
Well, and that's like with my last video I posted, which my second fishing video. Thought with the takedown I had, it was the first time I got to use that Slime Cat 6000 I bought, which
Yep.
I love it. Had I bought that reel first, I may not have bought the Abu 6500 Catfish Special.
Well, what?
I like my Abu. I love it.
Okay. You was
I
making
do
me
like
nervous.
that Slime Cat. I do like that Slime Cat that much. That for the bang for the buck, I may have bought a second Slime Cat instead of the Abu. Not saying I wouldn't have bought my Abu.
See, I was looking for some cheap raw alternatives because I'm a big Abu fan too. And D bought me those 7000s to try out, and for the most part, they're pretty solid. They're just a little bit different to get used to than the Abus. There's some different, I guess you call it funkiness to it, with the spools and various the push buttons and stuff like that. It's just a little different to me, so I'm still getting used to it. But they're doing the trick so far. I just hope they hold up.
See, the Slime Cat it's set up similar to my 6500 with the spool release, the little tab. The biggest thing is it's weird getting used to the brake on both sides because I'm used to the single brake, and then once I get used to it, I love it. I mean, it's been good so far. I can't complain. And I've caught a few with it and a few with my Abu, and both of them handle great. I cannot complain about either reel.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't want the Abu, you just let me know. I mean, I'm sure your wife will be willing to just let me have it.
Well, now I will be able to tell you. When I went on Campus Weekly Monday, I've got the PC Fun Chaos coming to me. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. Once I get out there to cast it and use it a little bit, I will be able to tell you how those are.
Somebody, it's catfish and crappie, baits, tips, tricks, and something. It's a really long YouTube name. Sub to him, but he did a side-by-side comparison to the 6500 Abu, and casting he put the same weight and all that kind of stuff on it, same line, and casting wise, everything was like even, right? But again, my biggest concern with those is they're a great price, but like I bought the Zebco Big Cat XL. I bought one of them because it was like $50 or something like that to try out, and literally it busted to pieces the second time I used it, and I was so mad. I really worry about quality with that price range, and some of them, they're holding up pretty well, and it's just getting a few years on them to see which ones are really going to be that durable where you're getting money out of them. So that's these new reels. The Cast Kings are doing pretty well. Those Pisca funds, seeing what these Slime Cats do, ones like that is really seeing what kind of quality and how long they hold up. Because I would rather pay $150, $200 for a reel and keep it for 15 to 20 years and it still work versus paying 60 or $70 and having to replace it every year or two. Right. So that's what I'm wondering with these reels.
That's like I watched Steve Douglas had one of the Zebco baitcaster, the Big Cat baitcaster, and when he pulled it out and the clicker was that loud, And then he turned the filter off, and it was still noisy. I'm like, not for that.
Did he? Ain't that the one he ended up giving away? He's like, this is nice, but I'm gonna give this one away.
I would have gave it away.
I'd have gave that one to Dockery.
You're
Actually,
just jealous of his hair.
I might go in the house, box that one up, and send it to Dockery, and it's in about 20 pieces right now.
I'd put it up on the shelf. I would.
Oh, that's funny.
Mr. Elstand is in here.
What's going on, Mr. Elstand? Jessica Patrick. Who's that?
Chad, don't start. You know who that is. And
Jessica
I know she's in here.
just joining in. You're right, Chad. I better hide those clippers. Make him suffer. Oh, she is right now my most favorite person in this chat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I know she's in the bedroom, and I know she's got something smart to say.
Well, tell her to come on out here. Tell her to come on out.
Come on out here, Jessica.
That's right. We'd like to talk to you too.
Mr. Dockery.
Yes.
Just think, the stuff that, Janice the Mint has had to do to retaliate for all the bad stuff that Muskrat does, right?
It's true.
Think about what JP3 needs for running his mouth about you. I've been trying to defend you. You know how I am. I'm always trying to defend you.
Wait a minute. Chad, stop. All right, dude. He shaved his head so you wouldn't be the only bald one on the show tonight. So are you
because
sure?
He cares about me. I said he was.
That's the way you're looking at this? All right. But I will have to say, I was watching Muskrat Adventures the other night, and Janice wasn't in chat. I don't know if she was working or he's, on her, phone out and stuff like that, to where she couldn't get in there, to chat with us anymore. So, thought it was kind of rude.
Hey, Chad.
What's up?
My screen froze. I didn't know if you could still hear me. I don't know if I have to get out of here, then come back in.
Nope,
no, we see you fine.
Yep.
Just give it a second. It'll buffer out. Your head will really buff out. little turtle wax. Oh man, that is purty.
I mean, I know.
You know what? I just realized this.
I just didn't want you to feel left out. Everybody else had a nice head of hair. James has the nice goatee, the ponytail, and I just didn't want you to feel left out.
Oh, I never feel left out, but I appreciate you. Did you know that this hat's starting to get a little dirty, ain't it? Oh, hold on. Oh, you better take another one out. My wife hopefully is not watching because this might get me in trouble.
Chad, give me 1 second.
Oh,
give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm gonna try to exit out and join you back because my screen's frozen. Won't clear up.
Oh, what? What's that? Special edition?
You know what? This whole stream is going to get taken down by YouTube when she walks out there and punches you in the face and you start bleeding everywhere.
Well, right now she is not here. She has went out to dinner with a friend from work.
I got
so
this.
I don't know. I haven't seen her in here, so I don't know if she's working or not. But I wanted to look how crisp this looks, man. Ooh, that is nice. Oh, that is so beautiful. I'm gonna put it back though. I'm afraid I'm gonna get it dirty. Guys, if you want to
glare off that head,
get those. Make sure you get with Mark from Catfish and Crappie. I mean, that's limited edition, but he does have his awesome looking hats for sale. I'm sure he still has some left. Yeah, Brandon, it should, and it will be actually. We are going to order one. Hey, Jason Blackburn. Sorry if I missed anybody else. Jason Lamb. Oh, what's Jessica saying here? I got to find this message. It might not have popped up yet. Oh, there we go. Tell us about that, JP.
I already have.
In here tonight?
Yes, that was the first catch on that Slime Cat 6000. It took it down, and with a takedown, it took it down hard. It took the rod down hard. I thought, wow, we've got a decent fit.
Now he's locked up.
Wow. Somebody take
I'm gonna
a
tell you-
screenshot of that face.
And Chad,
Decent
while he's
fish here. Live video, ready to roll.
here he comes.
Oh, now he fell asleep.
Now fell asleep again. Dozing off. And Chad, I'll go ahead and warn you, bud.
Yep. Oh, now he's happy. He woke up.
Yep.
Oh, there he is. You gonna warn me about what, Dockery?
D is not happy right at the moment. I'm not going to say exactly what she messaged me, but dude, I would hide.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I would definitely hide.
Oh, crap. I just got a text message. You told on me, didn't you?
I told you I was
She was
going
there
to.
enjoying a margarita and some food and some good friendship, and you interrupted her.
Listen, I'm only here to help her. That's it. I was only here to help her.
So he was about to, or he did?
Now, see, that's where she's wrong. I uploaded the video. I thought it was a good takedown. I thought, man, we got a good fish here. Using circle hooks, I didn't jerk, so I reel up, Got it coming in. It's given a heck of a fight. Come to find out, big soft shell turtle.
Don't you love those? You're sitting there and you're watching it, and that rod's going. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, yeah. And it finally bends over and you grab it. You're like, yeah, oh, man. And you're like, do I got a log? Or is this thing ain't fighting?
That rod just went. And I thought, game on. Game on. Game on, fellas. But wrong.
Jeez.
My cousin wants you to answer her.
Well, I'm in the middle of something. Bye.
She said something in chat.
Well, I didn't see it. I'm talking. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Go do some homework. Read a book.
Now, the strangest thing I've caught years ago was, we call him water dog. I guess it's a hellbender.
Yep.
Wow, those are different.
I've never.
It's like a salamander.
Yeah.
And they get quite a bit bigger than the salamander actually does. But I think the ones up north are the smaller versions of them. They get, they'll probably get maybe a foot long or so. The biggest one I've seen. We've got some down here in southern Missouri that'll get up to about 2.5 foot.
Really?
Yeah, but they're extremely protected.
Oh yeah. But you actually caught them on rod and reel?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can catch them on rod and reel.
Really?
Yep.
And chicken liver at that.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that caught around here, and it's weird because Norman tagged me on something in Facebook. The American eel. They actually had a article in God, I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was Kentucky Afield or something like that, but it was talking about the American eel in the state of Kentucky. And I didn't realize how many there, locations. They say they're in pretty much every major river around here. And I was like, really?
Yep.
Mr. Elstan, I might be trying to catch me some eel here soon. I guess that they come up in these rivers just like skipjack. They make that run in the summertime all the way up, as far north as they can, spawn, and then they go all the way back out to the Gulf of Mexico for the wintertime. and then they come back. It's like a cycle.
It's like a side. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
So
I know we've caught some on back when we used to run bank lines and stuff like that. You'd catch them every great once in a while, and you'd sit there and think, oh, this is a somewhat of a decent fish. You've got your bank pole just bent down double, and you start to pull this thing up, and you just keep pulling and pulling and pulling, and next thing you know, you've got this 3 foot long American eel coming up, and you'll always make that mistake once of grabbing a hold of it barehanded, and you'll never do it again.
Elstan's going.
Oh yeah,
Elstan's
like he's like, hey, stay away from my eel, boys. Stay away. Those are mine.
Be like, what you been paying for eel, Elstan?
Yeah.
Let me give you a deal.
Now, Chad, if I can talk the wife into it in October, we would like to join the couples challenge, but I got to talk her into it. I don't know what our schedule will be.
I know there's 2 days particular that I am still looking for another couple or two. October 3rd being one of them. And I think it was the following Saturday. Is that the 10th? The other 2 days are pretty full, so I'd like to keep it to where it's kind of balanced. So, if you're interested, definitely, I'd love to have 1 or 2 more people.
I don't know how. I tried getting live stream, sign up for it on my phone, and I just couldn't get it to link up to my YouTube's where I can go live. But I'm still how to go live.
StreamYard, isn't it?
Yeah, it should just be just like you're doing right now. You just create a broadcast, do it, and then once you're finished with the broadcast, like right now, it's streaming live to YouTube. But once we end the show tonight and I end it, it won't actually fully upload and process all until like sometime tomorrow because it's such a big file. But we can talk about that. I'll give you a call or something, or text about it and see what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna have to probably get a actual subscription here in the next week or so to StreamYard so I can have more than the 20 hours that's going to be needed. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead and talk for a minute, guys.
Micah Murillo. I don't know what we're going to do with you.
Now, James, I don't know how much bank fishing you do or boat fishing.
A lot. I do a lot of bank fishing.
What is one of your go-to rigs?
I'll go between a Carolina rig and a Santee rig. And I'm basically what I'm doing. What I'm looking for is I'm going through Google Earth and I'm going back years, and I'm looking for them old creeks that may no longer be there, or some timber that used to be standing that's falling down into the water, stuff like that. And that's where I'm going to go up around and try to fish in through there for some flatheads or some blues and stuff like that.
See, I'm not sure if they consider it a Santee, but what I do is like I'll come down with my main line. I'll throw my sinker slide on, which I usually use a rig wrap because of the ease of them.
Right.
And I'll do my bead and I'll tie it. Now, it's like a Joey Kirby rig. The Ready float he uses, but they're made by Billy Bay or Billy's Bay, and it's like a cigar float, but it's on the same metal stem, and it's got the beads on it so it rattles. And I'll tie them now, and then I come down about 4 inches and run my circle hook. That way, I've got the rattle float close to my hook, but I got my sinker slide up above it. That way, when I throw out a live bait, you got the movement and you got the noise to help draw in.
Yep.
And it's called a Billy what?
They're I think I find them at Sportsman's Warehouse, and I think it's Billy Bay that makes them. Billy Bays, but it's like $2.70 for 2 of them. So it's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah. Well, some of the places that I use, using a Demon Dragon or a knockoff Demon Dragon, stuff like that, it gets way too expensive. I mean, so I'll use the peg floats if I'm going to certain spots that I know that there's a really good chance of either, a fish is going to run me up into some brush or against rocks or whatever the case may be. I'm cheap, man. I don't like to spend that much money on gear. So
yeah. I've recently kind of just started buying them, but more so because I'm finding them a little bit easier than I am the peg floats.
Really,
peg floats around here have been extremely hard to find. Yes. So, but I also have a hookup. My cousin has started to make some of his own, so he's giving me a pretty sweet deal on them. So
now, John, you're
not including James?
No, he never does. He's still mad over the bait cooler. So I just
If James, it's one of those hair. It's one of those hair jealousy things.
Yeah,
You've got the better beard, got the better head of hair. I mean,
no. Whoa. There ain't nothing prettier than this red beard. No.
Yeah.
Holy cow, we are, it's getting bigger and bigger in here. We have Elstan Perez, and now Chris Flores has also joined us.
Mr. Flores.
What's going on, buddy? Seen Flo Rida, Rex Blocker, Skip Stewart, Muskrat. I think he saw me say something earlier that was not true. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, let's move it on. I digress. But yeah,
I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat. So, hey everybody!
Don't worry. Jessica
everybody I talk to, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, don't worry. Jessica can read it. She's in there reading, and she's saying she's giving all kinds of stories, but we're not going to bring that up.
Yeah,
I'm sure. She's been plotting all day.
Oh, good. I love it.
Like I said, all she's got to do is walk into wherever you are at, pull up a chair right next to you. We can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on.
That's right.
Well, I can tell you this. Me and her, I got off work there. It's been a few weeks ago. I got off work. Didn't really plan on going fishing. My dad calls. Let's fish. Okay, let's roll. Well, here she is, ready to go. So we drive an hour and a half to meet him. We both fished. We all fished till all three of us on Dad's boat till midnight. There's only one person that caught a fish.
Are you pointing behind you?
No, it wasn't them. It was me. I took them both to school.
Now, do you have a picture or video of that, or
right. That guy? Whoop. Pictures, video, anything?
I don't have a picture of it.
One of those fish.
Yeah, that sounds like what it is.
I'll tell you what. On the scale, they're heavy, but when you don't see them, that phantom fish is real heavy.
Yeah. Now, are you doing most of your fishing for the bank, or?
Yes.
Are you? Now, what are you looking for when you're going out?
Well, the bad thing is where I'm at, like I said, it's mostly channels. So my thing is I'll put a rod out close to the bank, close to where I know that ledge is, and then I'll put a rod out a little bit deeper. That way I'm covering both, as much as I can. And I'm going for the biggest channel I can catch there. Now, I do switch between. I'll use live bluegill for a little bit, which I like to use a smaller one, especially with the about a 3-inch, 4-inch, and I like to catch some bigger ones that I can cut, and then I'll wait a while, and then I'll cut. I'll cut a bluegill up and throw it out, and if that don't work, we drop back to chicken level.
Yeah. So where is it? You said, is it Point Pleasant? Whereabouts are you fishing? Because you said you guys have like a campground or something down there, right? That you go to?
Well,
yeah,
we have Dad's camp down around Racine, but now where I'm fishing on normally, is about 10 minutes from my house, and we're on the Monongahela River in between Fairmont and Morgantown, West Virginia.
Okay.
And we've been going north a little bit, over towards the Opakiska Dam, and trying. There has been a good bit of flathead caught there. So now we're trying to get up there and start targeting these flathead.
Now, is that all you're ever fishing for? Is catfish?
Yes, we used to trout fish a lot. When me and the wife, when we first started dating, it was always about trout fishing. Now, I've took her out. She's been catfishing. She's caught her first couple catfish. That's all she wants to do is catfish. She goes, I don't like trout fishing anymore.
Really? See, I haven't got to go
Yes,
trout fishing in the last like probably 2 years. My stepdad passed away. We used to go to Lake Cumberland, Kentucky every year. Me and my brothers and him and my uncles, and camp out and do that. And he passed away about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. And I guess it's going on 2 years now. And we kind of fell back off of going down and doing that. So I used to love going in there and trying to catch. I'm horrible at it, but I love trying to catch them freaking things. But I just wanted to throw it out there. I seen Chunky's message come through just now, last night, from the bank that he did $1,200 for Maurice and the vacation in the family. So, Elstan, you're an amazing dude, and thank you for doing that to help our family out there. So, very much appreciate.
Not only that, but think about that, man. That's coming from all the catfishing community, and I don't care what you say. The people that support this community are some of the best there are.
Absolutely.
Anytime somebody gets down or needs help, there's a lot of people that are right there.
Absolutely, right. Just thank you to him though for putting it on and bringing the catfish community together and what they did to help them out. That is just through this kind of tragic time. It's just amazing, and takes hopefully just a little bit of stress off of them to not have to deal with some of that financial burden. Brittany Prophet, I seen your message, and you can tell Josh that my beard is not as pretty as our new Jeep, but be careful calling it my Jeep, because B is already mad at me for having the hat outside of the package. So thanks to James Dockery. So please stop getting me in more trouble. I appreciate that.
Listen, you took her first hat that Mark sent her, and you got it all icky. Look at it.
I bought her a new one.
Chad.
No, she bought her a new one.
No. I have the order that was sent to me that was paid for from my PayPal account for more hats. I now have 4 catfish and crappie hats.
You take her fish, then you take her hats. I mean, what's next? You gonna wear her underwear too?
Wait, why would that one just be next? Hey, sometimes it's just laundry day, bro.
Family friendly. Remember,
that's right. Family friendly.
I cannot believe that we actually have to remind people that every single week when they come on here.
Yeah, my daughter and my niece are in here watching.
It's a comfort thing. It's family friendly. It's all about comfort.
Yeah. Let's say that.
Chad has more hats than I do. I have seen the box of hats. I am not quite there yet. But again, get with Catfish and Crappie if you want a hat. He is selling them. I cannot exactly remember how much he wants for them, but they are not badly priced at all.
I think a lot of that depends on who you are, is how much they were. Because I know I paid $50 for one, so
let's touch on that real quick. Yeah, I think if it was somebody like me, I get them for like $1.99. If it's somebody like Dockery, they're about $39.99. Yeah. JP3 would probably be
$49.99.
Brother, I'm thinking you're probably like $79.99. Jason Blackburn.
Could be.
Jason Blackburn. So the couples channel challenge, if you go back on my YouTube channel, Dee and I put out a video. We thought it would be kind of fun after talking with Betty Jean Cross and her husband. They kind of, well, it originally started with Betty and Dee saying that they could outfish Brandon and I. But then we kind of morphed it into, I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a couples challenge, right? It's kind of instead of a YouTube tournament or a real tournament where we all got together, we're going to do it 2 weekends, 4 days, 6 hours of fishing live, right? So each day we'll have different anglers and couples. They're them and their either their girlfriend, boyfriend, or their husband, wife, whatever, their spouse or significant other. For James Smith and maybe possibly a couple others, they might have a blow up doll dressed up. I'm not sure. I'm not judging with that. I got talked into it. Anyway,
it's a flotation device.
A flotation device with hair. Yeah. So we thought it'd be kind of cool to put something together just to promote fishing with our significant others and see where it goes. I think we had 20 at one time, but I think 1 or 2 kind of stopped responding. So still looking for maybe a 1 or 2 more that if they want to jump in the next week or 2, let me know. I know October 3rd, I definitely could use another person, another couple. If not 2, and I think 1 on the 10th, if I'm not mistaken. But each day we'll have around 4 to 5 different couples fishing all on one screen right here on my channel against each other. Or we'll say for fun, but we all know that when James Dockery goes down in flames and doesn't catch anything, and poor Katie has to catch more if they catch, there will be weeks and months and years of torture about making it known they got outfished by everyone. Looking forward to a fun time on that.
Yeah. Like I said, the whole goal of this tournament is not to actually win it. It's just not to come in dead last.
Yes.
That, I think, is the main goal for everybody. And there are some that I think are hesitant about actually fishing it because they're afraid of, what happens if we come in dead last. So,
Chad, here's the thing. Betty wanted to get with you and Dee because Betty collaborated with Dee and sent her some of the bedtime meds that she usually gives Brandon. Was going to knock you and Brandon out. That way they could outfish you without a challenge.
Hey, I think she's already done that because I have been exhausted this week.
And
Stan,
John, we're not allowed to say nighttime meds. It's tucked in. So I'm sorry. It's, we don't want to get Betty in trouble or anything like that. So it's tucked in is what it is.
They were going to tuck you two in on the bank while they took the boat and went fishing.
Yeah.
For FDA reasons, in case we have to use tucked in. Stan Smith, if you want, shoot me a text or a Facebook message so I don't forget that you want that. Tyler Colin. Sorry if I missed that. Pronounced that one. Woo!
Hey, how do you say Mark's name? Last name?
You're a Prisbish. What? Prisbish? Prisbish?
Prisbish? Okay.
Prisbish?
All right. Well, I just wanted to know. I mean, because you wouldn't pronounce it tonight that he was actually on the show.
Dude, I've tried Google to see how like the pronunciation. I have no idea. He could probably tell me 30 more times, and I will still say catfish and crappie. Fin Seeker TV, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Finn, how's it going, bud?
Fin Seeker TV will be in it as well. James Dockery. We got so everybody knows a few of the names that are going to be in this. So we got Muskrat and Janice, Fin Seeker, Creole, Catfish Weekly, James Smith and his wife, Palmetto Cats. We got Tracker Catfish, and if you guys never checked them out, do so. They might be the silent ones that nobody even knows about. So they are some very, very good fishermen and fisherwomen. Betty Jean and Brandon. Who else is in there? But I know there's at least 10, 15. Kentucky Catfishing is going to be in it. Sonny Parker will be in it.
Yep.
He'll fall out of the boat as soon as he gets in it, so we ain't worried about him. I can't remember. Yeah, there's quite a few. They're really good names, really good fishermen, fishing teams, and want to be in it. So there's another one that watches the show. That doesn't really have a YouTube channel that he puts content out. I think his name is Jeremy Allen. So him and his significant will be in it. What was that question?
Isn't the only rule that you don't even really have to put content up on your YouTube channel, just as long as you can log in to stream, isn't it?
That's right. What's that one? They're from. I think he's from that state right above me. Thinks he can catch fish, but only his mom and girlfriend can. He was on our show. What? I can't remember his name. He must not be real important or a bit like a challenge.
It's Shelby and somebody else, isn't it?
Yeah, Shelby's and mom.
Shelby's his girlfriend, and then his mom. And I guess I don't know.
We know the important ones' names, and that's Shelby and mom.
Okay. Yeah, but is Shelby and mom fishing with him or no? Or is it just going to be
just Shelby? Either one of them might be dangerous. So hopefully he gets thinking he's big time. I've seen some of these pictures that she lets him hold the fish. He tries to get in the way enough that they kind of make them not a factor in the tournament. So I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. And guys, and one thing that he has skipped over is this doesn't go by the weight. This goes by the amount of fish. So don't think that you have to catch these big monster catfish to win. Chad's fishing it, so there you go.
So really, some of the rules, we'll go over that real quick, is just like you said, we had to make it all catfish because of Betty Jean and her bluegill hole. We didn't want that, right? No pay lakes. It's got to be a lake or river, that's anywhere open to the public, right? That's access. Any of them count. We did want the big fish being able to be weighed just for bragging rights of who caught the biggest fish, but the big fish is really just that, right? And the winner is the amount of fish caught in those hours. It's just it's really a fun thing to do, and like we said, it's to promote, one, catfishing and what we do, and two, to promote fishing with our family and our loved ones and stuff like that, right? Getting out with our wives and our husbands and boyfriends and stuff like that. What?
That's what I'm hoping here, to finally get some different times to get to go and at least catch up with some of you guys off of YouTube and go do some fishing.
Absolutely.
I know me and you have been talking about it, Chad. Me and Norm, Catfish Headhunters, has been talking about getting together. And then I've been getting hold of Roger, Muskrat Adventures, about getting down to go do some fishing. Hopefully we can all get together and go sometime.
Absolutely. Finally Muskrat's gotten his boat up and running, so that's awesome. But yeah, go with him. He'll teach you some things, man.
He has been busting his butt on getting that boat ready. Every time we talk to him, he's like, I've done this, I've done that. And he has constantly been working and trying to get it ready. And I'm glad to see him finally get it up and going. And
me too.
It makes me happy that he's ready to roll.
Yeah, because the last time that me and Roger went out, or Roger and I, hold on, I'm sorry. Alyssa and Jasmine, I'm going to tell you one time, stop. I'm not going to have that stuff in here. Nobody should be having to mute you in my chat. Alyssa will talk after this thing. But yeah, Roger, we went out the last time we got to go out. He went out on my boat. The first time we went out on his, and the second time was on my boat. And it was after, his boat kind of went down, and I could just see he was like, I don't know what to do in this small little boat. he didn't know where to move. So,
and that's what I felt kind of bad because I've been telling Roger. Oh, excuse me. We have. Oh, excuse me. Up here, my dad has about a 55-gallon barrel full of lead, and he said, "Get a hold of Roger. Let's hook him up." Well, when I took my 4-wheeler up from the shop, it was I left camp Sunday morning, or I'm sorry, that Tuesday morning, and went straight there, picked it up, and come right back home because I had to work Wednesday, and I didn't get a chance to get a hold of him. But I've already contacted him. So when I come out, I'll get a hold of you. I know it's an hour drive for you up there. Hook him up with some lead to make some new sinkers and stuff, and hopefully I get with him sometime and get him hooked up.
now apparently I'm Chadtron now.
No, it worked itself out.
All right, good. If not, you know me, we'll just go with it.
We're just gonna flow right through. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have jumped into making their own sinkers now and stuff like that, and the price of the molds themselves have gone way up.
They're insane. They're around $50 a piece now.
Yep.
Well, now Dad has 2 different molds, and then he bought the ultra sand. It's got the pot and then like the little lever, so you.
Same thing I've got.
Little pour spout. Nice setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got I think 15 different molds now. But a lot of the stuff I make are for when we take the kids out fishing and stuff like that. I can make it to actually kind of help, offset the cost of what the conservation department, will lose. And trust me, they lose a ton of sinkers. So, and I don't mind doing it. It doesn't cost me very much, and just a little bit of time here and there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got 3 molds now because I bought 2 that are ones that I use very regularly. They're basically pretty much the only thing I do use. And then I bought a 3rd one because of there's a few people that I know that use those 2 and 3 ounce no rolls.
Yep.
Which actually I had a special visitor actually this morning at about 6:15 a.m. stopped by my house on their way down to what's that place there in Missouri that everybody went to with Avid?
That's over in Illinois.
Or Illinois, yeah, sorry. Yeah. I can't pronounce the name of that either. No, but Matthew Baker stopped by this morning. He sent me a message. He was going to be passing through on his way over there, and I made him 50 sinkers, and I threw in a couple more, and then maybe a couple dollars too, so he could drop off the shad killer this morning to me.
There you go. That's a sharp looking knife, bud.
Yeah, look at the back end. Look at the backbone on this thing, man. That is. I mean, this is a solid, sturdy knife. There is no. That will be my new bait knife on the boat. But there is nothing like some guy pulling up outside your house, getting out, and walking at you with a knife. Luckily,
it's you. Surely that wasn't the first time that's ever happened to you.
Not in Kentucky.
Hey James, at least Dio gets some use from that bait knife.
It's true.
Yeah. Who do you think baits all the poles? I set them up. No. I get us to the spot. I set the rods up. I put the bait on. She helps cast them out, and then she catches the fish, and I watch.
Are you really sure you want to be making up stories about deer right now? You're already in the doghouse over the hat.
Hey, go big or go home.
Apologizing.
Go big or go home. Hey, go big or go home.
I mean, that knife might find a new home, and it might be in your back. You never know.
I don't think that's where she's going to be hiding.
But shout out to Matt. Thank you, buddy, for stopping by and dropping this off. I really do like it.
Hey, let's see how sharp that knife is and cut them little whiskers on his chin with it. Shaving.
Where is Jessica? I have not seen Jessica say much in Chatland in a little while. I wonder if she's preparing something to end the show with, like a bucket of water or something on top of that bald head.
I don't
She's
know,
probably-
but I'm hoping. I'm
She's
just
probably
hoping
cutting the wires on the clippers and all that stuff so where he can't use it. So that's what we're hoping for.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, like I said, I went to Chadfield. I went to the barber today. I said, cut my hair. I went to Chad Fields. He said, I got you covered. Boop. There it is.
Oh man, brother. It look. I mean, it
that
looks
shine.
almost dead on. If you
That
actually
shine.
hit puberty and actually could grow your hair, your chin hair a little bit longer, we would almost be twins.
Minus
One of these days.
glasses.
One of these days you'll grow up. Let's see what we got here. Anything going on in chat? I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah,
Jessica,
I know, Jim.
Jessica, you do have a few minutes if you want to do anything or come in and say hi.
It's okay. I tucked her in.
Catman says he's got molds, Jello molds for shots.
Oh, yeah. That does not surprise me one bit.
I'll tell you what, those are good. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Those are very good.
Nothing like some Jello. Hey, Outdoor Addiction. Didn't see you come in, buddy. Thank you, Chesapeake. Because I found him. I'm still not gonna be able to say this. Kaskaskia River. Is that right?
Kaskaskia.
Yeah. What you said.
Yep.
Barry Lane, how you doing, buddy? I would love to buff those.
Lyle.
JP3, you want to take a trip down to see Lyle? I think he's got a fresh can of turtle wax.
Take it off, Chad. Take it off. Wow, are you sure you can handle this?
I can just see Lyle's already getting his tool out ready. He's ready to go.
He'll forget by the end of the night what he was supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah. Was Not a Clue? I think I did see Not a Clue fishing in there. It's one I've been watching a little bit of. He's been doing some live stream stuff too. So if you guys want to check him out. Betty Jean, come on now. Avid's going live tonight. I thought he was going live.
Tomorrow night. I thought they were going to do
live. I think tomorrow night. Ohio Catfish Chasers. That's that guy's name. He will be going live. He's planning on going live and doing some from the boat tomorrow night because Mark will be traveling and not doing his show tomorrow night. Avid Fisherman will be going live. I think it's 1 or 2 o'clock Central on Saturday. So,
well, Mark's taking his boat down there, from my understanding, and they're all going to try to get out and get into the river. So, yeah. I wonder if they're actually going to get Avid on a boat.
We'll see.
I would like to see that.
He's already said that he's been on the river in a small boat, and he is not a big fan.
Well,
on that note, I did send. I don't know if I sent it to you, Chad, but remember the little tyke sandbox they called the Tuggy?
Mm-hmm.
I sent Norman a picture of a big guy sitting in that boat. And with a trolling motor on it, and that's what I told Norma. I said, "Look, I found your picture." And then he got
rid of the little SS Minnow, man.
I know, right?
Not to be rude, but I will be right back. I've got to make a quick run. I'll be right back here in about a few seconds.
All righty.
All right. But yeah, so
and by the way,
Avid will be going live. Did you see the fish that freaking that Norm caught today?
No, actually, I was down doing the class today, and by the time I got back here and got set up to do tonight's show, I haven't been on Facebook really all that much. Guys, Ohio Catfishers or Chasers, he does have some hats and shirts for sale. You guys get a hold of him if you want to help support his show. So,
yeah. And even though they have the outline of the state of Ohio, they really are pretty nice looking nice looking hats, man. They really are.
I'll let you know when mine comes in. I ordered one the other day, so
I have not got a chance to order mine yet, but I will be. Yeah.
Yep.
But I seen that Matthew Baker caught his first blue cat ever.
well, that's
It was
cool.
a monster, probably about
How long?
3 pounds. Yeah, about a pound.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
And that's exactly what said in the post. And
Oh yeah.
Here Norm turns around and catches his new PB. So hopefully he's got some video of that, because that was a nice fish. I think he said it was 39-pound blue cat is his new PB. So
Wow.
Sorry, Kat. I'm going to go try to wake Jessica up and try to get her to come in here with me.
So now I'll make sure she knows that you said you bored her to sleep. Okay.
Wow.
I tried. That's why I said, excuse me. I wasn't trying to be rude. I went in there to try to get her up to try to get her to come in here. She wouldn't come in. She goes, I don't think so. She goes, with that haircut you've got, I'm not going to get again to you.
She's embarrassed of you now.
That's right. Katie's the same way. I mean, and I'm gonna have to fight her tooth and nail to get her on camera during the YouTube couples thing. But every great once in a while, she'll be sitting right next to me, and I can kind of swerve the camera over just enough to get her on camera, and then I hear about it for the next 2 days. So I'm like, you got to be used to it by now.
We love Kay though. She should be on every night with us.
Yeah, well, she's not going to do that.
Yeah.
I'll just think, if Dee was as gullible as another wife on here, we could get her to dump water on you, Chad.
Dee is too sweet, is what we'll say to that comment. And
okay,
just so I don't get any more trouble tonight.
I'm going to say that the message I received earlier contradicts exactly what you just said, Chad.
Oh, you took it off before I got home. Smart man.
Didn't you see I took it? Oh, you weren't watching. That's right.
There she is. Did you see that? You ruined her night. She had to race home to make sure you weren't wearing her hat.
No, she had to race home because she has to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Before she runs off, Dee, you should have heard the way bad things he's been saying about you. It's horrible.
FYI, she will go back and rewatch this show.
Yes.
She does not have as dumb of a husband as you think.
Now, Chad, while Dee's watching, make sure she's looking, so she knows what I did for you tonight.
Oh yes.
Nice.
And
I'm in the doghouse over that.
Yes, but hopefully Jessica, his wife, has hid every scissor, razor, clippers, anything that is in that house that could fix that.
You know, somebody from the coal mine has probably already screenshotted that, and that's going to be up on some sort of a poster or something like that by tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm going to work like that tomorrow.
You know what would go perfect with that? Do you guys have like a Family Dollar or something, or on the way to work? You know them hillbilly teeth that they sell, like the toy hillbilly teeth. Get you a pair of them and go to work. That would be fitting right there.
Oh my! If I just had the hair in the back to go with it.
Oh yeah, that's about the only hair I have left is right there. That stuff went running from my face. Oh,
well,
man.
Usually your hair starts here and then goes back. And as Gallagher, the comedian, once said, the older you get, the less you have to worry about a cold toilet seat.
Absolutely. Oh Lord, Lord, Lord! Now everybody's excited. Dee is in the house.
Yep. There she is.
After drinking margaritas.
Yeah. Remember, this is a kid-friendly show.
Yes, those are adult Kool-Aid drinks.
Yes, they were Kool-Aid.
They were Kool-Aid. That's right.
That's right. All right.
Speaking of Kool-Aid, what about this? Everybody's been using the chicken breast with Kool-Aid in it now.
It is. It has been a very hot topic lately, if I've noticed. But I am very. Ever since Palmetto put out his video, I have a hard time watching them because I 100% cannot believe that not one catfish wanted grape Kool-Aid chicken. Who doesn't like grape Kool-Aid, man?
It's like the best.
Well,
That
now, if you were near Cleveland or Cincinnati or Pittsburgh, where fish, they swim sideways, they'd be all over at purple chicken.
Maybe that's what maybe it would work around here. I don't know. Because I'm only like 15, 20 minutes from the Ohio River.
I mean, it's a city catfish like that great.
Yeah.
Because they call it purple.
Purple Kool-Aid.
Now, I thought about trying that. A little bit of the strawberry in the chicken. I mean, you never know. I mean, even Dieter had good luck with it. So it's hard to tell. I don't want to knock it until I try it.
Yeah, I mean, chicken's always been a good bait, but I knew about using like the cherry Jello or Kool-Aid and stuff like that. There's some different stuff that I've seen people use with the chicken with it, but it's always been the cherry that people use. It's the first time I've really seen multiple flavors being tried, or even just like Norm really likes the plain and the one with the anise or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
that's
I think sweet anise.
Yeah, that's what he caught that one today on. Norm,
that was nice.
I don't know. Did you get to see it?
He sent me pictures.
Yeah, 39-pounder. I really hope he got some video. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd like to see a video. I know he sent me pictures of it today because when I texted him probably 5:30 right after I cut my hair, and I said, "Norm, look what I've got in store for Chad." And he started laughing. He said, "Check out my fish."
He said, "I don't care. Look at my fish."
Yeah,
I can't blame him. That's a nice fish, man. About 40 pounds.
Hell
of a fish.
I wouldn't. Oh my, that's what I said.
Catfish.
Catfish
probably said Kool-Aid is gross. Sorry. Go ahead.
I've had a few good takedowns, and you go and
found the show again.
The hook's set. You think it's set. You're reeling in, tighten the drag up. It starts peeling drag, so you tighten a little bit more, ready for the good fight. And it's peeling, you're 18-pound of drag, and it's peeling line, and you're trying to reel and trying to get this fish turned around, and then it just comes off. It's heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, we had that tournament this past weekend, me and my buddy, and the second day of the tournament, I mean, we did pretty well the first day. One of the guys that I kind of call my mentor, he was saying, you want to try to be in the money, we need about 45 pounds a day to be in. And the very first day, we hit 45.69 pounds. So we were like, all right, we're setting it up. Okay. Day two, it was rough. And it was hard getting on them. And then, we caught a couple little like 1 and 2 pounders at the beginning. And then when we first started really getting in on the big fish, we had three rods suspended right off the side with Kentucky rigs, and we had 6 off the back dragging them. And the one right next to him, it doubled over, and it was a big one of the B&M silver cattle heaps. So, it bent, and the tip was pulled down into the water underneath the boat, and he went to grab it. It wasn't a snag. We saw it slam, and he went and he grabbed that pole and went to pull it up, and the friggin' line just snapped. So those you're talking about, those ones that just they pull and they they're either gone or they snap or something like that. It's just that'll break your heart. It just kind of ruins your day. Like
I know a lot of guys use a lot of different lines, and now my dad turned me onto this line, and for a cheap line, it has been great. I've had nothing but good luck out of it. It's
What kind?
from Bass Pro Shop. It's called Offshore Angler Tight
Yep.
Line.
Yep.
I had 30 pound of my Abu Garcia. Casted good, went good. Now I did get a spool with a 20 pound and put on my Slime Cat, and I ended up switching my Abu over to 20 pound. And it's smooth. It's very smooth casting. I've had no line breakage other than if I've got a snag and you're really raunching on it to get it broke loose. And I've had it come loose to knot. But, well, I mean, what do you expect? You're snagged that tight, something's going to give.
Before I just switched to Andy, the offshore and the rest of them were all chubby fish mono that I had bought from some guys that own chubby fish. Was what I was running on all my poles. Other than a little bit of memory, I never had any issues with the strength of that type of that brand of mono. So it was definitely really good.
And
all right, buddy, everybody,
use,
good night. Sorry.
I do use braid, an 8 pound braid on my bluegill rod, which now I use it. It's kind of like my go for everything rod. If I want to fish for bass a little bit or bait fish, I use that rod.
What's that?
I do use braid on it. I've got a
bait.
Yeah, small bass are bait. Small bass are bait. Sorry, bass fishermen, they're bait.
We're not allowed here in Kentucky.
We're not allowed here in Missouri either.
Yeah.
Can't even use parts of them after you've cleaned them, or same with crappie. So
Yep, they're considered sport fish, game fish.
Yep.
We're not allowed to use them. So it is what it is. I prefer my skipjack and shad anyways to about anything else. So
me, like I said earlier, I'm bluegill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
now bluegill
my
used to be one of my biggest. It used to be bluegill and gizzard shad until I really got turned on to the usage of skipjack and catching them and stuff like that. Now it's one of the best baits you'll find. So
now, Chad, if we get a fish Racine, they say, because I'm about from where camp is, and you've got to go up and away from the river and then drop back down to the river a little bit. You go around the hill. I can almost see the dam from the camp, but to get there on the street, it's about 10 minutes, give or take a few. Now they say I know Roger Dement has said the bottom side, the output side of the dam, the southern side of the dam, they catch skipjack.
Yeah.
When you get to come up, we'll go catch some skipjack because I've never caught any. So that will be something for me to learn.
All right. I don't know how late in the year they will run up there. Like I said, when it starts getting colder, normally the springtime when that water's warming up is one of the better times up here to catch the skipjack. We'll kind of talk to the guys down in the Louisville area. So when we see them start posting that the skipjack are there, that's when we start looking for them to come up this way because they make those runs and stuff. So, but yeah, we'll get together and we'll show you a little bit. And I'm starting to get pretty good at it. Not the greatest, but all we can do is try it and keep on learning, right?
Right. Now I do know we have been throwing cast net out and catching some nice shad to try. And now Labor Day, I threw bluegill, threw shad, threw cut shad. We get bigger shad, from the bait shop up by where Dad lives.
Yeah.
And we've cut them up. Couldn't get a bite. The gar were just in there so bad that you just couldn't catch a catfish.
Yeah, bait and bite times and what they're feeding on. Every day is different. Water temperatures are different. Currents are different. All that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things to try and keep taking into consideration. Whether it's they're running close to the bank or in the early mornings, or are they running deeper? You gotta switch it up when you're wherever you're fishing. If you're not catching fish, move, right? Move your baits. If you're wanting to sit out there, if you're just relaxing and stuff, and you want to just let it go, eventually they're going to move to different depths and stuff like that as they're running through the channel ledges and stuff like that. But one day they might be all over shad, another day they might be all over some bluegill. It really depends, what they're chasing that day or that moment. I've been out many times, never caught a fish. Go out the very next day and catch 15 of them on the same daggone bait, same location. Just depends.
And some days it may be live bait that they're after, and other days it's cut bait.
Yep. And some days it's smaller chunks, and other days it's a little bit bigger.
That's like we fished one night till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't get a bite on anything. Anything we threw at them, couldn't get a bite that night. Fish close to the bank, nothing. Out in the deep, nothing. Well, I'm so used to getting up early, while everybody else at camp is sleeping. I get up 6:30, 7 o'clock. First thing I did, as soon as my feet touched the camper floor, boom, to the boat on the dock, throwing out poles. And I caught a probably 6 to 7 pound blue and about a 6 to 7 pound flathead. Wasn't the biggest fish, but it was fish. It was still slime on the line.
Really? That's right. We talked about it earlier. Whether it's them little channel cats, little blue cats, little flatheads, or we're always chasing that monster. We gotta. I told you guys. He asked me one day on the boat, do I even get excited if we're looking at watching them rods and catching fish? I do. I'm still looking for that big one, but I still love catching them little ones as many times as I can. So.
Yep. I think we're always going to be that way. It doesn't matter if it's a big one or not. As soon as that rod goes down, that's or starts to move, or it's pull and drag or something like that. It's an instinctive sound. I mean, it gets your adrenaline running, and she's coming by there.
As soon as that, if you see the tip of that rod starting to flutter a little bit, and then when it drops down and you hear that bait clicker, there's nothing like it. I don't care who it is. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love the sound of sitting on the bank at night and listening for that bait clicker to just squeal. Loved it.
Yep.
Especially when it was like an alarm. You sitting there in your camping chair, just listening, had your rod all laid out in front of you, and you hear that. You're just trying to figure out, where's it coming from?
Which rod is it?
Yep. All right, folks, we went about 20 minutes over, but again, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and watching and talking with us and getting to know JP Third Best. I know his dad's probably in bed by now, but thank you guys for stopping by.
Tucked in.
Jessica. No, I'm sure he's not like you guys. He probably just goes to bed on his own. You guys act up and get tucked in. So, but yeah, it's been a great night. Make sure you guys, Ohio Catfish Chasers tomorrow night going to go live. Catfish and Crappie will be back next Friday. Make sure you are subbed to him. He's been doing great covering for Avid, while Avid is helping out a fellow coworker on Fridays and is not able to do that. Avid will be live on Saturday, like I said. Not sure if Norm will go live this weekend or not. Being out there, we get very good service. Kentucky cell phones, the service travels with us, and it's horrible. Palmetto Cats on Sunday, Catfish Weekly on Monday, Muskrat Adventures on Tuesday night, and then Patriot Catfishers of America on Wednesday night, and then Chunky Cats anytime the wife will let him get out there. Oh, John Patrick Jr. is still here, and he says, "Shut up, Third Best."
He just was sticking out a hairline as good as mine.
Okay. So Avid is actually live right now. So we're going to end this. We're going to hang out and talk a minute, JP3, just so hang in there. Everybody go check out and see what's going on at the Kaskaskia River with Avid and his fellow YouTubers meet and greet that's going on right there right now. So hopefully they're hooking into some big ones out there. All right.
Good night,
You guys
everyone.
have a great night. We'll see you next week on James Dockery's channel.
See ya.